Shout out to Cats Pawd.
A big defensive play for Montana State.
Touchdown, Tommy Milan is electrifying.
Welcome to the Cats Pod. What's up, Podcats? We are back at it again. It is week 1 of Bobcat football. We are just a few days away from the first Caturday of the year, and I couldn't feel any better. How you doing, Eric?
It's been a long off season, buddy. We all know it all too well. It happens every year, but this one was especially long.
Oh, definitely. It felt like after that national championship, the new season could not get here any sooner, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the members of this football team, as well as a lot of the members of the fan base, have a bad taste in our mouth. We're not mad about the team. We just want the game won. That's it.
Yeah. Let's move on. Focus on this season and 1-0.
1-0. 1-0 every week, baby. I got to tell you, I when I was watching Vegan's press conference, I saw that blue plaid suit, and I was like, it's time, baby. It's time for some football. I was so ready as soon as I saw that suit.
Vegan is so good at press conferences. I don't think it gets talked about enough how good he is at just answering mundane questions.
He's very good at it. Yeah.
He just seems to have like the most perfect answer to, I mean, some questions are just so most people would just know the answer anyway. They ask him anyway, and he treats it as like it's the most important question in the entire world. He's like a PR god.
He takes everyone seriously, even with the silliest question. That's why I want to interview him someday.
Yeah,
I want to see if I can get him to crack.
Yeah.
Just one time. Over the course of an hour, I think I can get him to crack at least once.
I'd like to hear his answer on the funniest person on the team.
That would be good. I would love to hear his opinion on all those questions we asked. So
Yeah.
we met Bread Vegan kind of one time.
Yeah. It was fast paced.
We shook his hand, and then he walked away and didn't say a word to us. But who are we? So I would walk away from me too. If I was the head coach of the Bobcats, I would walk away from me too.
Well, I have in fact walked away from you before too.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I just, sometimes, especially when we're at those bars in Bozeman, it's just not the best to be around me. I get it. It happens. All right. Well, anyways, we got some exciting stuff coming this week and throughout the season. I think we are both very, you guys, if you're listening to this and haven't listened to our last episode where we broke down the Bobcat schedule and made our picks on it, go ahead and listen to that thing if you want to get a good idea of what this entire season is going to be like. But I think it's fair to say that we are both fairly confident in this team.
Yeah. There's really, if you take anything away from this podcast at all, number 1, we obviously love the Bobcats. Number 2, the Bobcats are going to be fantastic. And number 3, we hate the Bison and Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's kind of it. That's the triangle.
That I hope everybody can take away from this show.
Yeah.
Should we get into the new 2 Deep? There are a few things to chat about on the new 2 Deep.
Oh yeah, let's go for it.
So, I think the number 1 thing and the thing that caught the most attention is that Justin Lamson is QB1.
I am excited about this. I'm excited about this guy. I am fully ready to see what Justin Lamson has to offer. Very excited. Trying not to get myself too high, because you got to keep the expectations relative based on the competition we're playing against this week. But just really excited to see what this guy can do with the football. Obviously impressed the coaches this offseason.
Also, nothing quite like getting thrown into the fire when your first start at Montana State is against Oregon.
Yeah. Do you think it's like any comfort whatsoever that he came from the Pac-12?
I honestly have no idea.
No clue.
He's seen this kind of stuff and obviously had some success against it, but
yeah.
I don't want to say getting thrown to the wolves here, but
it's a tough job.
that is tough. And I do think, I mean, of course, we know absolutely nothing about what the coaches saw, other than some rumors. But to be trusted coming in as a transfer to go out and play your best ball against Oregon, I mean, he has to have some kind of it factor, right? I would sure think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I did listen to his press conference same day or same time Vegan did his, and it was a good one. I mean, he did a really good job. I felt, he basically talked about, how what the team did last year, and that, he didn't come in expecting anything and just tried to be his best self and play his best ball. I thought it was a really good, the whole press conference itself was really well done by him. So I think we're Lamson fans.
I'm pretty sure we're Lamson fans. Don't want to get too ahead of the ball, but I mean, it's hard just watching the little bit of game film and things like that we can get access to on Justin Lamson. It's been exciting because he truly does look a lot like Sean Chambers when he plays. He looks like the Chamber of Secrets, and I couldn't be more excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that he's as fast as Sean was, but I mean, he seems to have the arm talent that Sean had, and he definitely can score touchdowns on the ground like Sean could. So working with Sean Chambers might be just pretty beneficial to a guy kind of like Sean Chambers.
Exactly. It's like the perfect person to help you learn the ropes of the offense, everything like that. It's everything to have a guy like that in the locker room, and Sean Chambers continues to be that guy for the Bobcats, and we hope that continues into the future and he keeps getting better and better jobs.
Yeah. I would do aside from quarterback, the offensive line, running backs, I think that's kind of all what we all expected. Left tackle, Cedric Jefferson. Left guard, JT Reed. Center, Burke Mastel. Right guard, Everett Carr. Right tackle, Titan Fleshman. I mean, that's all, that's kind of what we all expected, I guess. Yep. I think it's going to be an extremely talented group, though.
Yeah.
Very.
The Donjoy Mafia definitely does not rebuild. They truly do just reload.
Yeah.
Like, you lose some generational talent type dudes when it comes to the FCS level, and you replace them with just another line full of studs,
But you got JT Reed and Titan Fleshman. I mean, those are two football guys.
Oh yeah,
high quality individuals. That's pretty. It's going to be a pretty darn impressive group for like how many years in a row now. We're starting to get spoiled.
We definitely are getting spoiled on the offensive line, and I hope it continues. And it's just been the backbone of what has made this team into the new iteration of the Bobcats. Like, it's all been based on winning those battles in the trenches, having a stellar offensive line, to have that running game, to open up your passing game, and being a true run-first team again, which I feel is going to be the case for these Bobcats this year. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And we get the Julius Davis Revenge Tour.
Oh, yeah. Watch out for this guy.
Yeah. Orange Julius. He's about to go off. Him and Adam Jones. Can you ask for a better 1-2 punch?
You cannot ask for a better 1-2 punch. I wouldn't trade either of these guys for anyone in the world. It's the most homerish thing of all time. But you could be like, Saquon Barkley's got another year of eligibility, and I'd be like, I don't know if I like him. How good at Call of Duty is he?
Yeah.
Is he as good as Julius Davis? I don't think so. Julius Davis pretty good. Pretty good at some Call of Duty, and whether it's 32 lining up in the backfield or 23, 3-2, 2-3, it's going to be a problem for anybody on the defense.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty dynamic duo. I really do think it's going to be one of those deals. each game I think they're just gonna ride whoever happens to have the hot hand, and if they both do, I think they're both gonna run the ball. It's the beauty of having such a talented running back room.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of those things that we've kind of been spoiled on for a couple years in a row now.
Oh, so much. It's been a long time too, because if you think like all the way back to Afonso, basically.
Yeah.
Afonso was the first of like the top tier running backs.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a gap since.
No, it's been pretty pleasant just knowing that there's a guy back there that can do it regardless of who it is. Somebody can do it.
I think we should set a goal for ourselves this season. And the goal is that we become honorary members of the Juice Squad. I don't know how we're going to pull this off.
Ooh,
it's not a very good goal because it's not like it doesn't follow the SMART rules, It's not specific, measurable, attainable, time sensitive and all that, It's not that, but I want to accomplish it anyways.
I would love to be an honorary member of the Juice Squad more than anything, as long as that means I don't have to get hit by a linebacker at all. I don't want to do that.
If they tell me that I get to become an honorary member of the Juice Squad and we get to film it for the podcast, I will let's see, which linebacker? I get to pick the linebacker in this situation.
You get to pick the line. I don't think that's how it works.
I don't know. So I just gotta get hit by Neil Daly. Is that my only option?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Neil Daly gets to do a proper form tackle at full speed against you.
Full speed. Okay. And I just stand there, or do I try and do I get to try and run a route, or at least have somebody hand me off the ball?
I'm gonna say that you can kind of move, but I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, probably not. I'm not that swift these days. Even on my best day, I wasn't the swiftest man out there.
Old Benny Bad Ankles over here.
Yeah. I'll probably tear up both ankles from one Neil Daly hit. That would be the definite situation here. Well, you've heard it, Bobcat Nation. If you can convince the team to allow me to be an honorary member of the Juice Squad and Eric as well, I don't know why I'm just getting hit and getting us both in, but I just want like a little plaque or something. It doesn't even have to be a real plaque. It can just be a piece of paper that's printed off and put into a frame. As long as it just says Ben Christian's honorary Juice Squad member and it's got signatures from the running backs, I'm in. Neil Daly, come on. Hit me. Hit me.
I'm really glad you're taking one for the team here because I really don't want to let Neil Daly hit me at any point.
It's not about what I want. It's about what the fans want in this situation. Our tens and tens of fans are asking for it.
Oh, gosh. I like that plan, and that would be super cool.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Receivers, nothing really jumped. I mean, once again, just kind of, Ryan King, Taco, Chris Long transfer in.
Mm-hmm.
That could be pretty interesting because we know that Vegan is very specific about which transfers he lets, or brings into the program. And the transfers that we have gone on to do really big things.
Oh, yeah.
And what he's done, I think that this Chris Long, I think that he's going to fill a rather large hole left by, we did lose quite a few pass catchers this year.
Yeah.
And if he can be, a small part of, replacing even just one of those guys, Ty or whoever, I think he's going to make a big difference.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I like seeing his name up there because it means that he must have impressed him.
Oh, yeah. Just the trust in the coaching staff to put him out there for game one. I think that's very important to acknowledge here, just because you look at, I know last year's team was an entirely different ball game, and it was fully stacked from top to bottom. But you think about it, and our boy that left us for Arkansas, who I still miss dearly, Mr. Rohan Jones. I wish you the best over there in Arkansas with the Razorbacks. He didn't start. He was an absolute stud, and he did not start. So the fact that they have number one on the depth chart is Chris Long, that shows me that this coaching staff really thought highly of him.
Yeah. Speaking of tight ends, our tight end room is stacked.
Oh, yeah.
We have Rylan Schlepp, Hunter Providence, and Rocky Lencioni listed.
Mm-hmm.
We've already seen that Rylan Schlepp is, and I don't even think I need to say, in my opinion, he just is a top 5 tight end in the Big Sky Conference.
Oh, easily in the Big Sky Conference, yeah.
And Hunter Providence had some incredible plays last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like with those two, I'm feeling like it's another position of mismatch over pretty much everybody minus Oregon.
Yeah.
It's just another position group that seems to, like you said, reload, not rebuild.
Yeah. I mean, Rylan Schlepp and Hunter Providence have been just itching for more touches. You got to know, behind the guys they were playing it behind last year, and they did do a ton of different lineups, and all these guys got to see the field a lot, but just the amount of touches and the amount of looks they're going to get this year, I feel like it's going to be exponentially more.
Yeah, I just remember Rylan Schlepp's touchdown catch in the Idaho game.
Mm-hmm.
That was one. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
A few more of those, I'll be a very happy camper.
Oh yeah.
Defense, not a ton on defense, really. I mean, it's pretty much everyone we've all come to know and love. All the way across. It's just a bunch of really, really talented players. And what's even crazier is a lot of these guys probably wouldn't have even, despite injury, they're coming in with a ton of playing time.
Mm-hmm.
They got experience last year, specifically, Bryce Grebe and Taki.
Yeah.
These guys got so much playing time. It's hard to believe that, they've essentially played a full year already as young as they were. I mean, I am so high on this defense. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed, and I mean, there's some young bucks that the coaching staff feels are ready to rock and roll. They're the defensive backs.
Yeah, and out of all of the 2-man on the defensive side, there is only 2 seniors.
Yeah,
the only 2 seniors. If I'm reading this right, okay, 3 seniors. I apologize. Hunter Parsons, Alec Eckert, and Paul Brott.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And Kenny Iden. I apologize. 4 seniors out of all those men on the 2 deep, and I gotta think that there's just more opportunity in the future. For the defense to get better and better.
The crazier thing is that there's really, as far you're talking about the 4 seniors or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of these guys are freshmen and sophomore.
Yeah, they're young. Neil Daly is a junior. That blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, we have multiple years of these guys being able to play for us, which I'm so stoked to watch this defense. I loved Taden Gray last year. Taden Gray was a stud.
Oh yeah, he played a lot of great football.
There was a lot of times that we felt that, especially early in the season, Taden Gray should have been the starter from the very beginning.
Yeah. That's a safe bet.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. This Jace McMillan, I remember when he got signed, he was pretty dang impressive.
Yeah.
And to be already slotted in as the starter, that's more impressive.
Yeah, it's it's a lot of youth across the secondary. A lot of players that are going to be around for hopefully a long time in those roles. And after how much we needed to reload from last year in that secondary, I am so glad to see these names coming up, and also the people that transferred in to help out. Like, it's going to be a huge help.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this defense is going to be pretty fun to watch. I mean, they're going to get, unfortunately it's Oregon week 1, but honestly, that's a pretty good way to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Take on the best, see what happens, make adjustments. And I mean, these young kids are going to learn so much from this one specific game to take on to the next week against South Dakota State.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be pretty darn useful, because as good as South Dakota State could be, they're not Oregon.
Yeah. It's also like, you can look at this whole Oregon game another way, where I bet a lot of these players are super excited for this game and just don't have a care in the world, because you're fully playing with house money in a game like this. The line is 27.5 points. Nobody's expecting this to be a close game, so that gives you every opportunity to play spoiler. And I have a feeling that the Bobcats are going to be trying some stuff this weekend.
I think so too. I mean, we returned a ton of guys that were on a national championship team in the FC, which, obviously not the same level.
Yeah.
But it's hard to believe. I mean, it's really hard to believe they go out there and just get dog walked all over the place, honestly. I mean It's going to be tough, and it's not hate to say it's not going to be a win, but it is Oregon.
Should we talk a little bit about the transitory property of football?
Yes.
Okay. So by the transitory property of football, Idaho lost to Oregon by 10 points last year, correct?
True.
Correct. We beat Oregon by how many points?
Twice. We beat them twice.
Beat them twice.
Idaho.
Was it more than 10 points?
A little bit, yeah.
Pretty sure it was a little bit more than 10 points. So by the transitory properties of football, we win this game easily. So,
yeah.
It's over. They don't even have to play the game.
I like your version.
Yeah.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I mean, what I expect to see, I guess, from this Oregon game is it would be really nice to see some success running the football, considering that's bread and butter. I would like to see what Lamson's arm can do a little bit. I'm not saying do it a ton. Yeah. I'm just saying, maybe we can get Taco Dowler, that rhymes with growler, on a few big plays, or big player two, maybe.
Yeah. It's got to happen. It's going to happen at some point. There's going to be some big pass plays just based on the way the offense has operated in the past. And I know we have a new offensive coordinator, and I guess that's another wrinkle of this that we have to talk a little bit about, because with this new offensive coordinator, how much are we going to be leaning on the run? Is it going to be like a 2022 Bobcat team where throwing the ball wasn't even an option, or is it going to be closer to last year's team where it was more balanced between the run and the pass?
That's a good question, but I'm glad you brought him up, because I've heard some things about Sturbick that are really, really good.
Good.
Yeah. From the limited inside knowledge that I get, it sounds like Sturbick's a dude.
Yeah.
Like, really, kind of a player's guy, and honestly just a really, really good coach.
Yeah.
And I love the Montana connection, which makes me love him more.
Exactly. He's got the connections to Montana. He did really great things with the program that he was the head coach of. Was it Colorado School of Mines or something?
Yeah.
Colorado School of Mines. Yep. Did great things over there, and he's moving back into a play calling role, which he said was what he wanted. He wanted to go back to his roots and go back to play calling and get back up to the booth, and he was excited about that. So I'm hoping for some fiery offense this year, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, I just all I want to see is stick to the things that we've always, the Vegan has always done since he's been here. A commitment to running the football well, creativity in the running game, and then mix in some passing, not rely on passing, but mix it into a successful run game.
Yeah.
That smash mouth style of football that we all love from, years past, not the gun it out of your arm constantly. And, I just want to see the commitment to the run. And honestly, I just like from the defense, all I want to see is, no real blown coverages.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you're going to get beat, but as long as they're competitive, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
And also, if I got to see a Kenny Iden sack celebration, I would not be mad.
I wouldn't be mad about that either. Also, looking on that depth chart, just Alec and Zach Black right there, right together, the roommates, just battling it out every day in practice.
Yeah.
The roomies, they go back home and then fight over pizza rolls after they're fighting all day at practice.
I wonder if pizza rolls is on the diet list for Bobcat players.
If you're in college and you're not, you think they're in college and not eating a couple pizza rolls here or there?
Oh, yeah. I forgot we can't just eat pizza rolls anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But also, they got to have the metabolism for it. They got to be all right.
Yeah.
And defensive line, you're packing on weight. You're looking to put those calories down.
I'm sure. Yeah. With all that running, yeah. You're probably right. I just, it's tough to remember that at one point that we could also eat whatever we wanted and not get severely overweight.
Yeah. That is not helpful these days. You got to start controlling the portions. You got to start growing up a little bit. It's not fun. It's not fun at all.
There is one thing that I think we need to discuss about the 2 deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that if anybody is like us, this is a glaring one. I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but our kicker is only 6'3".
Yeah. Send him home. Send him home, Eric.
It's still taller than me.
Send him home. If he's not taller than me, I don't want it.
But now Greg Greg can't remind us every 5 minutes that our kicker is 6'9".
Yeah, we should just still make it a bit where we're like, our punter, he's 6'3". It's not an impressive height, but we just tell everybody about it.
Sorry, Colby, to pick on your height, but
yeah, you're also 6'3", so he's not going to be that mad about it because it's not like he's a short guy. He's just not 6'9".
Yeah, he's still taller than me. So
he also might know how it feels like to grow up as me as well. Because I am a tall person. I'm 6'5", and my little brother is 6'11". So I'm the only 6'5" man with short man syndrome. It doesn't work out well for me. But, I know how it feels to be overshadowed by a taller teammate. We'll call it that, teammate. Call my brother a teammate.
Way to put things into perspective. I like it. That's why we keep Ben around.
Yeah, and just so you know, wherever you are out there, just kicking balls with that beautifully long leg, your jersey number is still on my jersey.
So here's a question for you. If you were going to pick a sleeper for the Bobcats based off of this 2 deep, just the guys listed on this 2 deep, somebody under the radar that you would pick as your sleeper, who would it be? Someone who thinks you might blow your mind.
There's one that's hopping out to me, but I feel like it may be the guy that you pick. So I'm going to go with a different one. It seems like a cop-out. It seems like a cop-out to go Jacob Trimble. Because we've already seen him do, he's a really good football player. So it's like he's not. I don't know if he's really a dark horse, but it is listed behind Ryan King. But Jacob Trimble is a really good route runner. All the kind of cliches there, but he just makes plays when he's out on the football field, and it looks good. Like he just is in the right spot and makes the catch. Like it's meat and potatoes, as simple as that. And I'm like, I don't think anybody's really overlooking him though.
Was that the one you thought I was going to pick?
No.
Oh, I like that one. That was not the one I was going to pick.
Okay.
But mine was this Jabez Woods.
Oh, okay.
I kind of wonder if Jabez Woods isn't going to surprise everybody. You know, he's listed behind Taco, which unfortunately that's kind of a large hurdle to get around.
Yeah.
But he's the new kick returner.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if Jabez Woods isn't going to surprise some guys this year.
I think he definitely could, and like we haven't seen a lot from him, right? Like we haven't seen anything from this guy, so it's hard to judge. But you're right, everything looks exciting at this point. I really thought you were going to go Dane Steele. I really thought you would go Dane Steele. That's the one I was guessing.
You know, before we started this episode, I was looking up Chris Long.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really, other than I knew he was a transfer from Rutgers. I didn't really know a ton about him.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to play a lot and have a lot of success. So I wonder if Dane will be my sleeper pick next year.
He could be. And he's a very young dude, but also a Montana guy, so we're always both cheering for him. You know, I thought
he's Wyoming.
Oh, I thought Dane Steele was the one from Dillon. Who's the one from Dillon?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I know why I'm thinking of it. Okay. Yep. All right.
I think Dane Steele's Sheridan or something like that. I think maybe
could be.
I don't know.
I'm losing it.
Either way, I think I like our picks though. I mean, if you threw Dane Steele in there, I would not argue that for a second.
Yeah.
We just picked 3 dark horse wide receivers.
Yeah, it was all the number 2 wide receivers. Those are the dark horses. That's about it for no, that's not true. But I feel like those are the positions where we had people filling in. And so it's like when you look through the offensive line, like a guy like Dylan Rollins. I'm not going to call Dylan Rollins a dark horse, because he was like Gatorade Player of the Year. He's an amazing player. We're super jacked that he came back, and I'm sure he's going to do amazing things. Not a dark horse, you know. And Samora Ezekiel got a ton of playing time, also a great player, but I wouldn't consider him to be like a dark horse candidate like that.
Yeah, you know, looking on the defensive side, I think you could say our whole secondary could be dark horses.
Yeah. I mean, Zach Cruz behind Kenny Iden is tough. When you give Kenny Iden a break and you got Zach Cruz coming out here, who's just a one-man wrecking crew, all puns intended, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, dude.
This segment really should open people's eyes to the depth of this team, because behind Hunter Parsons, you have Dom Solano. That dude's freaking wrecking ball.
Mm-hmm.
Alec Eckert and Zach Black. You can't go wrong with either one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Brott, Talon Marsh. Talon Marsh, isn't he a state champion wrestler?
I feel like that sounds very familiar. And just so you know, according to the depth chart, Talon rhymes with gallon. Really glad. So we've done this a couple times throughout this, so I feel like we need to explain. When Montana State releases the depth chart, if the name is hard to pronounce, they put a rhymes with next to it. And I think there is nothing in this world that is more funny than Taco Dollar rhymes with Growler.
Yes, that's a great one.
Like Taco Dollar rhymes with Growler.
I mean, he should honestly start, like, partner up with a brewery on some NIL something and call it the Taco Growler.
Yeah, exactly. The Dowler Growler.
Yeah, I like that.
It's ready. It's ready. You know.
Tell that.
You come up with a taco brew, a little cerveza. that one of these breweries wants to put out. One of the breweries decides they need a cerveza, call up Mr. Taco, and then all of a sudden you got the Dowler Growler.
And you know what the most mind-calming, peaceful thing about this whole Two Deep is?
What is?
Seeing Money Miles listed as our place kicker.
Money Miles. Back at it again. So excited to see him.
Having somebody that's very, very good at kicking extra points and field goals is such a luxury, and you just take it for granted.
Yeah,
so,
we had to go through one year that was not very delightful for us before we really, truly appreciated having a kicker like Money Miles.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again, so thank you, Money Miles.
Yeah.
You've saved me a lot of headache over the last...
Because what they should really be worried about is how stressed we are at home.
Yeah.
That's what they should be worried about. Yeah.
Well, us specifically.
Exactly. Though. They line up and they go, if I don't hit this kick, Ben and Eric are going to have a mental breakdown. And they're close to the edge.
Here's a good question for you, Ben. How far of a field goal does Monty Miles have to make one for you to let Bryce Greavy tackle you at full speed?
What do I get out of this? Just a long field goal? I'm cool. I'm not getting hit for 3 points. I'll be an honorary member of the Juice Squad and I'll get hit, but I'm not getting hit for 3 points.
That's fair.
Maybe okay, like a 65-yarder, like a record. Then I'll let it happen.
And then we can turn that into a bit.
Yep.
We can start sacrificing Ben to linebackers for that we want to see.
I'm gonna be so beat up and injured in like 3 years. They're gonna be like, "Oh God, you got like a war injury or something?" Nah, I just started letting football players in college hit me when I was 30 for no reason.
Literally none, just because.
Literally for a piece of paper that says that these guys like me. It's true what they say. High school never ends, man.
Yeah.
High school never ends. Still trying to make the football players like me,
Let's see here. What do we got for betting lines on the game?
Betting lines on the game. FanDuel is not listing a lot for us this week. Don't have any fun props or anything like that, but we can at least go over the main bets because they are all available as of right now. As I mentioned before, the line is set at 27.5. How do you feel about that line, Eric?
Honestly, I feel like it's fairly respectful.
Yeah.
I think they could have gone heavier than that based off what Oregon did last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're definitely taking into account what the Cats did last year. And I don't think they're going to win by that many.
So you feel pretty comfortable betting that plus 27.5?
I mean, if I'm going to tell everybody what I'm going to put money on, it would, yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd take the Cats with the points.
Cats with the points.
How about you?
I'm just having a hard time with that line. I don't know, because the way that line is set, I feel like they are guessing that it's just going to be like a ground and pound, grind it out, slow pace game. Like the Cats are going to try and get a huge time of possession, not let Oregon on the field a bunch. And in that situation, I could see the Cats covering that spread if they just completely limit how much Oregon can get the ball. But if the Cats can't get first downs, like, I don't feel good about the spread. But especially with how this team has to gel together. Like, I'm just trying to be like realistic about how they're going to play together after this group has essentially had the school year and like a month beforehand to get ready, like this summer.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's enough to be ready for a team like Oregon in a serious way.
I don't know, man. I'm not seeing. They're basically saying that. What's the total? Do you have the total?
The over-under is at 56.5. Like, it's a pretty low over-under as well. They're expecting it to be a fairly low-scoring game, but for Oregon also to win by 27.5, that means that the Bobcat offense does nothing the whole game. And I'm doing the classic thing where I'm talking myself into betting on the Cats. I start out being skeptical, and then I talk myself into it. And I told myself I wouldn't do that, but I may have to do that eventually. We'll see how this conversation goes the rest of the way.
I'm pretty confident the Cats don't get obliterated. I mean, with that over under and that point spread, they're not even going to give the Cats 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're saying that. Yeah, it's like a 7-30 game or something like that. 7 to 35 or whatever the score would work out to be. I'm not a math guy.
I am pretty confident in my pick, and I will bet that.
Oh.
I'll take the Cats with the points. Of course, not expecting them to win by any, not pumping anything up there. I mean, they might lose by 21, and I think that's a good day at the office.
Yeah. I can just see this going well for the Bobcats, though, just because they're being so overlooked. Unbelievably overlooked.
If the Bobcats somehow knock off Oregon, Ben will let Hunter Parsons tackle him at full speed.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
You heard it here first.
Mm-hmm. I may have to borrow some pads if the Bobcat athletic staff will let me borrow some pads.
I'm gonna
I'll
laugh
need
so
some
hard.
kind of protection.
If somebody takes you up on that, if it happened.
Oh my God! I hope that one of you, any member of the defense, I hope you're listening to this right now, and you just hit us up and be like, "I'll hit Ben."
Yeah.
They just start sliding in the DMs like, yeah, I'll mess him up. Like,
you're gonna have a waiting list of dudes ready to just smear you.
Exactly. I don't know if they hate me, but I doubt it. I don't know why they would hate me just for being too positive about the team all the time.
Okay. Should we get into the rest of the games on the slate?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's start off with the one team that everybody hates. North Dakota State playing a D2 or whatever the Citadel is. Real good scheduling, Bison.
They are FCS, but they're in one of those weird Southern conferences where the football they play does not really matter. I remember there was like big battles going on 2 years ago between the Citadel and Furman. They were having like all-out brawls. 7-10 all-out brawls.
So North Dakota State's out here scheduling cupcakes because they're scared.
Obviously,
To start off the Big Sky Conference, though, and I'm going to give you the floor on this one. Chadron State at Northern Colorado.
Chadron State at Northern Colorado. I think I need to decide on a new team.
Okay.
To fanboy over this year. I feel like the Northern Colorado bit has gotten a little bit dull, That being said, playing this game at home against Chadron State. Chadron State, who, by the way, is 0-0 at this point. I don't know if you knew that. They are, AccuWeather says it's going to be 77 degrees over there. So, tickets as low as $37. Well, the Bears are obviously going to win by 30. Obviously they're going to win by 30 in this game. Chadron State, I can't tell if that is a eagle or a overexcited worm on your logo. It's also covered by the Cleveland Cavaliers C. This team has a logo that is built to lose, and that is why Northern Colorado starts out this season 1-0, baby.
Yeah, I agree. Should have Danny Woodhead to come save them this year.
Yeah. Can't do it.
Next up, we got Weber State at James Madison.
Weber State at James. That is a weird matchup.
James Madison is going to beat them so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Weber, make your money. Do your thing. But
Yeah.
James Madison has been we know the name James Madison very well.
Yeah.
We know them very well.
They're one of the very few teams that jumped up to FBS and still won.
Yeah. Kept the success going. And I mean, they should have been in a bowl game last year, and did they get their bowl game?
I don't even know. They were fairly good last year.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have Sauk State at South Dakota State.
All righty then. This is a matchup this is a cupcake game for South Dakota State, if we're being real honest. At this point, we'll see if all that money that Sac State has or doesn't have can equate to wins.
Yeah,
We'll see.
That's going to be the eye opener for I think Sac State. I mean, if they come in and they beat South Dakota State, then yeah, the money worked.
Yeah,
I'm believing that. But I mean, that's a fairly good week 1 game though, really.
Yeah, I mean we make our jokes about Sacramento State, but they are an FCS team. It's not like they are bottom dwellers. They've had good teams. They've performed well in the past.
Yeah.
But you're playing against South Dakota State, so you have to be at that upper echelon. And Sac State is definitely not in that upper echelon.
Yeah, I mean, it's at South Dakota State. The Jackrabbit fans are going to be out. It's a fairly big game for their first game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure South Dakota State's going to take care of them without too much trouble.
You also know it's a South Dakota State game when tickets are as low as $21.
Yeah.
We need to get MSU on the same business plan as South Dakota State, like right now, because they sell their tickets for like so cheap.
And they can barely fill their stadium.
Yeah, that's also part of it. But
yeah.
I just want cheap tickets, man. It's expensive to go to those games.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Next up, we got Eastern Washington at Incarnate Word. That one isn't really worth talking about. Incarnate Word is going to do some unspeakable things to them.
Yeah.
Eastern Washington's going to be bad this year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. They don't have a guy named Efton Chisholm on their roster anymore, and that's going to be a major hurdle for Eastern Washington, to say the least. And Incarnate Word has been a perennial playoff team. They are a solid program. Eastern Washington's probably going to have a bad day.
I have a feeling you're right. Cal Poly at San Diego. I feel like this is just 2 bad teams. Probably going to be kind of high scoring.
Yeah, this could be a fun game to watch, if I'm being real honest.
We'll see what Cal Poly really has, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's
I'm
the
not
tester
expecting, because it is still Cal Poly.
here. Mm-hmm.
Who do you pick?
Do you ride with Cal Poly just because they're another Big Sky team, or do you go with the young upstart of San Diego? I kind of want to root for San Diego.
Yeah, I think I want to root for San Diego too, but I have a feeling Cal Poly will win. I don't know.
It's got the potential.
Good question. Good
feel like
question.
San
Cal
Diego-
Poly
Who did San Diego play against last year? And they had like a crazy high-scoring game back and forth the entire time.
Gosh, I can't even remember.
Could be Cal Poly again. They could just be running this thing back. But it was a team similar to Cal Poly, and it was a very exciting game to watch. So if you don't have anything else to do, it's 6 p.m. on Saturday. Go ahead and tune in to that San Diego Cal Poly game because it's going to be terrible football but fun to watch.
Yeah. Portland State at BYU. Big Sky versus Big 12.
That's interesting, kind of, but also you definitely hear the change machine in the background when you read off that game there. I'm guessing Portland State's getting quite a bit of money for this game, and BYU has been really, really good. So good luck, Portland State. Good luck.
It might be a long day at the office for the old Portland State Vikings.
Yeah. Especially since they do not have one man named Dante Sacheray in the backfield anymore.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
Mm-hmm.
Big loss.
I'm probably going to bring it up at least 15 more times this season, just so I can say Dante Sacheray.
It is a really fun name to say.
It is. It works well.
It's still not as cool of a name as Titan Fleshman.
No. Obviously, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Come on. It's no Taco Dowler. Rhymes with growler.
Yeah. Idaho State at Southern Utah. Conference action.
Little conference action.
Idaho State showed out pretty good last weekend. I'm not gonna lie. They gave UNLV a bit of a scare, and I don't know. I mean, maybe this is the year Idaho State maybe leaps from the bottom dweller to not terrible anymore.
I feel like they've confidently jumped into the middle of the pack. I think this is the season where they go from middle of the pack to competing with the top teams.
Could be. It could be this season. I don't know anything about Southern Utah. Really, I didn't follow them at all last year. So, I mean, I'm probably going to pick Idaho State here.
I would feel pretty confident picking Idaho State here. I don't have any confidence in Southern Utah.
I don't know anything about them to have confidence in them. So I'm just going to go with the team that I know.
Yeah.
And they almost knocked off an FBS team last week. So that I'm going to go with that.
Yeah. Safe bet.
Northern Arizona at Arizona State.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. It's low travel time. You make a lot of money. You go back home. You're home same day. Pretty quick. Well, actually, they're playing at 8 p.m., so probably not going to be home same day. But, it's just a reality of FCS football that you got to schedule games like this. It's how these programs run.
Arizona State, pretty confident?
Yeah, definitely. Lumberjacks all the way.
Idaho at Washington State.
Idaho at Washington State. Is this an interesting matchup? I know Washington State has had a lot of problems with funding. They've had a lot of problems just keeping the football program alive. Like, it is a serious worry for Washington State fans that they may no longer have a football program after a few years. And Idaho is going to have to reload everything, including coach. So it's going to be tough for them as well.
Yeah, I do think they could maybe give Washington State a scare. But, I mean, Washington State is still FBS, and Idaho still has so many question marks and so little time to get everything to pan out for them. They lost so much.
They must have spent the entire offseason just scrambling.
Yeah,
scrambling to get spots filled. You can't even focus on getting better when you're just focused on putting a team together.
Exactly. I think Washington State will take care of them. UC Davis at Utah Tech. I think this one's pretty easy pick with UC Davis. Utah Tech.
Yeah.
They've been kind of getting their teeth kicked in for the last few years by all the top Big Sky teams, and I'm pretty sure UC Davis is still one of the top Big Sky teams.
Yeah. Do you know of anything that they've added so far? Because I don't really know a lot about UC Davis this year.
I haven't looked too much into them. I mean, I'll probably try and watch this game just to kind of see. They lost a lot. There's no doubt about that. But they've become a bit of a different program here in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like they're maybe a little more on the reload rather than rebuild schedule, kind of like we've been talking about. So, I mean, I bet UC Davis kind of goes in and flexes on Utah Tech a little bit.
Yeah. I know that their defense had a lot of returning players that were very, very talented. So I'm not saying that I don't think that they're going to be a solid team. I haven't even heard anything about who's replacing them for quarterback and running back, which are the two major things the two major question marks for UC Davis at this point are, can this guy who they brought in throw the ball? Do they have somebody who can run the ball? Neither of them are going to do it as well as Miles Hastings and Lan Larson. Like from what you can expect, realistically, they could come in and be the best of all time. I don't know, but if you're going to be better than Miles Hastings and Lan Larson, that's a big, big, huge pair of shoes to fill.
It is. So UC Davis is gonna. I'm pretty sure they'll dog walk Utah Tech. Maybe they, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be close.
Yeah. Last thing we should probably get to, unless you had anything else, is Tommy's not a Raider anymore.
Yeah. I didn't even want to like the Raiders anyways.
No.
They didn't reject me. I rejected them. Tommy did the same thing. He didn't get waived. He waved goodbye and said hello to whichever team wants to sign Mr. Tommy Merlot, which I'm sure there will be somebody,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to want him. It sucks. They took so long to release the dang depth chart that I thought he was going to be safe. They almost tried to personally screw the Bobcat fans, I guess.
Yeah, they definitely had it out for us when they made this decision. The only consolation prize is what, Eric? I feel like you know.
Yeah. Cam Miller.
Yeah, he also got cut. So. It's like if he would have stayed on the team, I don't know if we could have handled it.
No.
I don't know if I could emotionally recover from that.
My small brain would have exploded, so I can say right now FU NDSU and feel good about it.
I'm glad you can still say that.
It's not petty this time.
No.
No.
It's
not. I'm not just jealous.
Mm.
I can just say it because I don't like
him. Yeah. All those other things definitely not playing any factor in this at all. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
On the bright side, we still have Daniel Hardy making the Bears roster.
Yep.
Ty Pawd making the Seahawks roster, which is super cool. Big step for him. Troy Anderson as a Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, I just drew a blank. Singleton with the Broncos.
Yep. The Broncos, who could actually be good this year, is what I'm hearing. So, shout out to Alex Singleton.
We still have a good contingent of Bobcats representing us on a national level in the pros. So, very proud of those guys. Very proud.
And if I know anything about Tommy Mellott, I don't think this is the end of the NFL journey for him.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's the end.
The fact of the matter is he's learning a brand new position, and that doesn't just happen overnight. It's on that level. I mean, it would have been so impressive had he made it first shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably play on Ty Okada did, and now he's on a roster.
Yeah.
Daniel Hardy I don't know if he got traded or waived or what by the Rams, but now he's on a roster.
Yeah.
And if anybody has a work ethic to make it happen, it's Tommy Mellott.
Yeah. Stick with it. Keep grinding. You don't need me to tell you this stuff, Tommy. Like he's listening to this right now.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Tommy, we love you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be so exciting if he's training with an NFL team, but he's still listening into the Cats pod because he's got to hear about his boys, That guy can dream, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anything else that you wanted to touch on before we let the people go and get ready for this beautiful Caturday?
Oh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It is officially Caturday.
Mm-hmm.
And for Caturday.
First Caturday of the year always feels nice. Always feels nice.
It does. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't.
Mm-hmm. Thanks everybody for listening. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram or X at CatsPod. Follow us on YouTube at the CatsPod. I may have just said that incorrect, but I'm still getting used to this whole outro thing once again. Rate us 5 stars wherever you are listening to this at, and we will catch you guys on Saturday after another glorious Caturday.
Adios.